Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Rob back with another video. I'm here to talk to you guys about my first week with the iPhone 17 Pro. Now, first off, let me start by saying that it has been a big change for me using a smaller phone, but after using the larger phone for the last few years, I've thought it would make a somewhat of a different change, a significant change to see how it feels to deal with a much smaller phone. And there's a couple of things that do come to mind that when you're using a phone such as the 6.3 Pro, is that it is a much more pocketable device and it works well with cases. So keep those two things in mind if you're thinking about downsizing to a different Pro phone. If you've been rocking Max, it's going to take somewhat of an adjustment, but overall it's been a great experience so far. Now, let's start with the ceramic glass on the back. Yeah, it does have this two-tone look, but it is a functional two-tone look. This glass on the back makes it more conducive to using MagSafe charging and to expel heat from the actual frame, along with the vapor chamber that's inside of it. Now, so you might be noticing that this plateau camera bump that Apple have it's a very unique step away from their usual design, which I'm kind of glad they got rid of that copy and paste look for the last three years and what have you, 3 to 4 years, and they went with this particular look. Is one of the advantages is it doesn't rock as much on the table, and it also gave it more room for a bigger battery. On the back, like I said, with this camera plateau, whether you know it or not, it actually offers a nice resting spot when you're holding your phone. So if you're balancing your phone in the palm of your hand, you can also use your index finger to help support the weight using this actual camera plateau. Now, one thing surprising about this is that I like this blue color. It's very nice. I thought it was the closest thing to black. I usually like darker phones. There are times where I step outside of my normal mode of picking phones and go with a bright color, but I always end up regretting it. But this blue one, it catches a lot of smudges, and I don't know if anybody notices that. And I'm not just talking about the ceramic glass part of it. I'm talking about up by the camera bezel. It's a weird color, this blue is, that you can notice smudge marks on it. But I do keep a case on it for a majority of the time. But the only time I really notice these smudges is when I'm at home and I don't have a case on it. Also, another thing I would recommend is that if you're going to use MagSafe products on this, do not use it on a bare phone. I have seen way too many magnetic, I don't know whether you're going to call them magnetic burn marks or just magnetic scrapes from having MagSafe products on the back of bare phones. They tend to scratch them. They tend to leave weird markings on them. So if you do use MagSafe, I will highly recommend that you have a case on it when you're applying those particular wallets or charging units or what have you to protect the phone itself. So let's talk about the camera, and here's what features that I think make the 17 Pro cameras a standout. Now, it does have high resolution 48 megapixel sensors that captures a lot of detail. It gives great flexibility to crop or zoom in later without losing too much quality. Also, there's telephoto lens gives real 4x optical zoom. Now, beyond that, the high-res sensor lets Apple crop and still maintains the quality. So what I'm saying is if you take a picture, you can still crop in and don't lose any details in your pictures. It's strong in low light. It has pro video format, so you can shoot in ProRes, use log, and capture more data per frame. Now, this is useful if you plan to edit your videos heavily. The smart front camera has center stage, and you can do dual capture. Now, the front camera auto frame can adjust orientation to even allow you to record both front and back cameras, like I said earlier, with the dual capture mode. Stabilization and optical image stabilization. So if your hands does have a shake, this does a lot to reduce that shake and allows you to keep a more clearer shot if you're doing video, or if you're a vlogger, and if you're walking and what have you. You can have more stabilization in your shot. Now what that means for you, it just means that you can zoom in further with some of the optical options that you have. Great in low light. If you're shooting video, the phone will support pro grade formats for editing or color grading. Selfies and video calls feel smarter. The camera frames you well, whether the phone is vertical or horizontal. And like I said, because of the 3 rear cameras are all 48 megapixel sensors, your choice of lens does not compromise the detail. Now I enjoy the smoother, more fluid feel of this display with the 120 hertz Pro Motion display. Very smooth. It adapts to what you're doing. If you're gaming, you're looking at movies, or anything that requires a high refresh rate, the phone will adjust to that. Now, here's something that's somewhat controversial. Now, it does have an anti-glare screen, but do you put a screen protector on there? I would recommend you do that. Yeah, I understand there are benefits to the anti-glare display that comes with the phone, but these phones displays, no matter what the phone company tell us, will scratch. So I'd rather protect my display with a screen protector than to try to benefit from that anti-glare and end up seeing all these micro scratches coming across your screen, because it does happen. A lot of content creators, I've seen a couple even scratch their display just during the unboxing video. So you know that's a decision you maybe have to make. Some people will probably heed this warning. Others, will probably just go ahead and rock their phone without a screen protector. But that is something I would highly recommend. Now, the improved battery life on this, you can get through a whole day. Even if you somehow left your charger at home, you need to get through a whole day without charging it, you shouldn't have any problems with this phone. So that pretty much does it with my first week with this iPhone 17 Pro. Again, it's pretty much a standard procedure to let everybody know that this phone is working out great for me. Very comfortable in the hand, very pocketable phone, very efficient, great on battery, great camera system. If you're somebody who has an iPhone that's under 15 or maybe under, I would highly recommend picking this up. If you got a 16, don't even bother. But again, that pretty much does it for the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments down below. And other than that, I'll catch everybody in the next video. I'm out.